We have talked about finances, how we get resources as youths uh, to fund our innovations, and how we interact, coordinate through partnerships. And some of the gaps we have seen is that we have some pitfalls in forming partnerships, uh, good partnerships actually, which can make our ideas go far, which can scale up our ideas, and also cascade um, uh, to cascade our big ideas to be known by the smallest groups of people in our society. Now, the really challenge we articulated in the past episode, in the past session, is that uh, some of these finances may come, but they may be short term, or we may get the finances, but these finances are not enough. Meaning, with these innovations of ours as youths, if we cannot do something to make them sustainable, we as youths, they are going to die. They are not going to be recognized. They are not going to mature. They are not going to fully realize their intended vision. So, and in terms of sustainability, we cannot talk about sustainability when we are not talking about finance management. And in this session, we are going to talk about uh, models of financial management, or how we acquire these uh, finances from our businesses to make our ventures or our innovative entrepreneurial innovative ideas sustainable. We will start from Washington, because I know he does some small businesses in waste management. Maybe you could tell us the business models that are profitable
Thank
or
you.
are working for you in Nairobi.
I say there's many avenues of accessing financing,
Mm.
from starting with a friend, others from parents, yes, to now like trying to design nice grant proposals and working with a team that can really help you to access it.
A
Like,
team.
yes,
Mm.
and through this also this like avenues are so many. They find that during the conferences, workshops, you meet different investors, different NGOs who are ready to support in different areas in waste management.
Mm.
So through first like clicking and interacting, yes, it's a good avenue of someone starting to understand what you really do. So, and also like designing like a really nice work portfolio on what you really do, like the pitch deck. You can really be ready to like say what you do in 2 seconds, 2 minutes, or 5. So for us, also we also went through like a contest also.
Yeah.
We have gone through a contest, and
Tell us about the
I think
contest.
we won
Mm.
because we were part. We won, and we were among the like the 3 from 50 contestants. Yes,
Congrats.
and we accessed like funding
Nasikia mwingine
for
huku
doing
bwana
some
mpigie
works in circular economy, and these works went from
Mm.
us doing just this, basically in working in schools and institutions. Now we are now having 3 areas where we do massive collection. We're doing massive billing services for different customers.
Yeah.
We have now installed water points in the community, whereby we're incentivizing the community in a case where they don't have to buy water,
Mm.
but instead they can bring their waste for water. So
Mm.
that's what we're doing
That's
on the ground.
That's a really nice
So this
one.
is a
Yeah.
nice incentive on how, because you find in Nairobi there's these issues of water scarcity during maybe 3 days to 4
Mm.
days. So that's where we come in. So it's a win-win situation. So these are type of innovation that
Mm.
really like spark financing and spark growth, because people after you can showcase that you're really in the last 1 year we have really done this, and your profit margin is also improving, though it's a social enterprise. It's still showing that you have clearly shown like there's impact in this community, there's impact in the environment, and also there's some bit of growth and you have like created employment for more than 10 youths, that's a plus. That's a real,
Yeah.
how can I put it? A real showcase of what you're doing. Then anyone can like run from that. Then you'll readily be able to access this financing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a real return on investment. I'd like
Yes.
to ask, how much wastes for how much water?
Probably, you know that 20 liters of water is probably 10 shillings, and a kg of plastic waste is 20, 25. Yes. So that means maybe 20 shillings amounts for over 40 liters. So that's how we do it. But currently we're trying to see on how it can be sustainable, not only providing like this municipal water, but trying to purify it. So we'll try. The next step is focusing on this reverse osmosis thing on water purification, so that actually we cannot only provide water, but purified drinkable water. Yes.
Nataka kusema Kenya alianza nayo in different words.
Yeah.
You get funded by your friends. It is not like most of the time when I usually talk about grant applications with my friends, I usually just like, first thing, know someone.
Second thing.
First thing, know someone. And I have lots of my friends telling me that I was funded by this person, not because like my work is the best, but because they know me and they like me. And ideally, a lot of young people have amazing ideas. Lots and lots. But you'd find that someone is winning a grant with an idea that, okay, maybe you'd consider your idea better, but just because they know someone. So as much as a lot of our projects could be focused on profit, focused on whatever, as you said, it's so important to network. It's so important to know someone. It is not the most sustainable or the most logical of things to do, but it is probably good for your business or for your project.
You are saying something, Afri?
Mi naona what she's saying is true, but if I'm coming personally to support your business, nitakuja hapo kama shareholder. So you say that there's something you're doing na ungependa kuanza. So mi nitakuja, nita inject the capital hapo, and then I can help you with selling the things, and I be a shareholder. I think that will be a win-win situation, especially for many startups, because unajua kila mtu kuna strength yake. Kuna mtu anaweza kusaidia kuuza, kuna ule anaweza tengeneza hizo vitu, anaweza kusaidia pia kama ni machupa unataka nilete hizo chupa mali naweza zipata. But as long as I have a share in that investment, I think siwezi kupia grant bure.
Grant is supposed to be free.
Okay, acha niseme grant.
Maybe
niseme ni support.
Yes,
I cannot support you for free.
To add on that, maybe it's not free, but there's something I'm giving this grant and I'm expecting something from you. May not be like monetary, but I'm expecting you to recover 20,000 tons.
Yeah.
Yes, as you promised. That's
Yes.
why I'm giving you this. I'm expecting you to employ 10 youths.
Yeah.
There's a common
Within-
phrase
yes,
they use in
so
USA. There's
once-
nothing for free.
Yes. So
Yeah.
free. There's
They're
nothing
not
for
supposed
free.
to, okay, like
Or
ideally
free
you're not
lunch.
supposed
Yes.
to give back that money. You are
Yeah.
being given for a certain reason, and
Yeah.
at the end of the project
Yes.
period,
Yes.
you are expected to have implemented and
Yes,
delivered
that's
a
why
certain
that's the
thing.
purpose. So it's not for free.
Yeah.
So that also Nene, brings us back to the importance of understanding the financing model that you're getting. The importance of understanding the financing model that you're getting.
Yeah.
It could be important to someone to be a shareholder in a business that they're investing into. It could be just good enough for someone else to be like, as long as I'm investing in employing 30 youth, I am okay.
Yeah.
I am investing here. It is not a grant. You better employ 30 youth. And something like that. So it's also important to understand, how are you relating with your partner? How are you relating with shareholders? I am giving you money as a company. I expect you to recover over 50,000 bottles of my product. And I don't care if you recover anything else, just ensure that my 50,000 are recovered. So understanding like what kind of partnership are you having with someone is also very important.
Yeah. On the same note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kindly, if someone can elaborate me with this youth and access to loans, as one of you experienced or have access to loans during your enterprises, maybe.
As someone who don't have access to even personal loans, I don't know why loans hate me. Like, it's not that I have like a bad financial record, but I can't even access mobile money loans. So I'm usually like,
Fuliza.
how?
Even Fuliza
Adi
don't want
Fuliza
you.
sina. And I'm like, how am I supposed to apply for an organizational loan
Yes.
if I can't access like a personal loan? Sina Fuliza, the only loan I get in Okoa. And that they can give me to up to like 3,000. But I don't have any other loan. Sijaipata mobile money loan, sijaipata bank loan, sijaipata nothing.
And do you think getting loans,
Hustler fund.
getting loans for waste management, for the circular economy, do you think the loans are sustainable to any business?
For me, I've not yet accessed loans, but I really wanted to understand how we can come with it can come about, because it's still a challenge, because we're still scanty to these loan issues, because there's this unscrupulous investors who really can turn your business to theirs without you even knowing.
Yeah.
Because they will
There's
give you a loan
massive
and they will
youth-led
manage
startups that
it.
have really been lost to these investors. So trying to find this conversation and also going through these MOUs, and
It's very
it's
important.
very important,
Yeah.
because this document, there is some wordings that can really
Fine
confuse.
print, yeah.
Yes, really confuse someone.
Yeah.
So we really need also like a key trainings or capacity strengthening on that end.
Now let's talk about the small businesses.
Yes.
The ones we have locally, especially in East Nairobi. You realize that we cannot be sustainable if we cannot work with our governments. Our governments as the main partners.
Yeah.
How do you think Nairobi, for example, can work with the SMEs in waste management businesses, so that they ensure that their cooperation and working together makes their businesses sustainable, and with time they will use these partnerships to scale up to a larger, for example, they can make even a company out of it. How do you think the county government should do the work?
Let me tell you from the real perspective on the ground. Many youths really would like to work with this county government and the government in this entirety, but they're really afraid. The government, once you start growing,
Yeah.
will start siphoning some money from youth in licenses, taxing and what. So many youths are really afraid to work with the county, because there's this licensing and NEMA fees that really is so very expensive.
Yeah.
So that's why you find that they still are lagging behind and remain informal in a way.
Yeah.
Yes, but I believe there's
A way.
There's a way you can work with the county, because for us, what we always urge the government is just to creating a conducive business environment for us to thrive. That's all. Creating a conducive environment.
Yeah.
Do this work operation to get network, to access financing. That's what we do. That's what we are advocating for.
Are there some things that you like you feel like the government is imposing on you, that is making your business not to be progressive, that you like the government to stop doing them?
I think there's this this flapping and fluctuation when it comes to policy enforcement, not policy overlapping. Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to this policy formulation and enhancement, you find that they don't involve all of the youth. Maybe they have these two gatekeepers who pretend to be youthful and tend to be very it ought to be in every
they want to be
public
youthful.
participation, every
Yeah.
high table engagement, but in reality there's nothing cascading down. So we really need it to be meaningful.
Yeah.
To
add, you
add on to that, I can say maybe infiltration by wise men.
Wise men.
Some of these wise men, some are youth, some are youthful.
Oh, some are youth.
So
Some
you
are
find
youth.
majority are youthful.
Mhm.
So when they come there, they cannot come to speak on behalf of youth interests. You see, that's where community-based organizations come in. We need to see how we can expand our space on the table as youth. The more will be more youth on the table, it will be easier for us to negotiate, especially with people who are from the grassroots.
Okay. For me, I think that For one, I think that a lot of these government issues or the things that government is supposed to be implementing, over 60% of them are being implemented by CSOs and CBOs, including waste management.
True.
In Nairobi and in Kenya to be overall. And we're not giving enough flowers to these CSOs and CBOs. We are giving governments priorities in places where they're failing, clearly. So when you say that a lot of these CBOs and CSOs want to work with the government, we just need sustainable business environments, as
True.
he has said,
Yeah.
not necessarily a partnership with the government. Because even with the unsustainable environment, they're already working,
Yeah.
they're already doing, and the results are already being seen. And if I start talking about the youthful and the youth and the table, it is going to be...
So you have
It is
said
going
that
to-
you have talked about flowers. We want to talk about the flowers in maybe 2 minutes. What kind of flowers do you think these CBOs who are helping the government should be getting?
I think the first thing is, I am helping you implement your own strategic plan. The least you can do for me is give me like a license.
License for free?
Do you know how much a NEMA license costs?
Tell us.
Over 80K.
Do you know?
For
And that is
small
just for the license. You
license.
haven't talked about risk assessment, environmental assessments. You haven't talked about public
That's
participation.
NEMA. And also count
That is NEMA.
fire.
Where is Washington getting over
And the national
300,000 to
government.
get
To
a
do-
license?
Yes.
Where is Washington getting over 300,000 to get a license?
So the license again is a headache.
It is a
It is a
headache.
headache.
Mulima.
It is a headache.
Mm.
If a youthful person has 500,000 and I give you kunywa chai ya mia, and 100 I pay survey. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter whether people say yes or no, whether risk assessment is done or no. There is no risk mitigation that NEMA mandates. They're going to approve your project in the name of giving you a recommendation on how to make it better or less risky. You do not even have to implement their proposals as long as you have your license. So person who has money has the power. As a young person, you don't have that kind of money. As a young innovator, you do not have that power. And that is where the problem becomes an issue. It is not necessarily even having access to the table. The tables are a problem, but we are having other issues that are contributing to this system that is not beneficial to a lot of young people.
So what do you think, like you have said that a lot of young people don't get in those tables, or they don't get the license they require so that they can be comfortable doing their business in their localities or with the government. Do you think that they should scrap the licensing thing specifically for innovators?
No, licensing is very important. And okay, theoretically it's very important, because
the cost,
anywhere
the cost of licensing,
the cost could be reduced or even made easier to access. Juzi by then nimeona Kanjo amekuja kuokota nini kwa aggregator huko karibu na kwetu. Kanjo surely wamekaa hapo, the aggregator left, alitoka akawaachia hapo. They sat there for almost 1 hour waiting for the person to come back. Surely then ni chai tu unataka, maybe someone is just doing their work well. But
Very
licensing is very important though, because waste management comes with a lot of environmental and social impact risks. So those need to be assessed. And that is important. But now the amount of money that you're putting into getting this license, the amount of money that you're putting back in the name of taxes, the amount of money that you're just giving just because you have a business and Kanjo wamepita, or someone else is going to like sink your business if you don't, it is too much.
So I think what you have all said is true, and you have pinpointed some of the gaps since the beginning of this podcast. Mostly gaps circulating about finances, gaps on accessibility, gaps on systems, gaps on even when you paint the picture of Nairobi waste management and the involvement of youth, you realize there are a lot of gaps even in the health sector, even the various gaps which hinder waste management to be impactful and to be done in the right way. So having done that, we want to wrap up this session at the moment. Then, because all of you are brilliant minds, this one is a brilliant mind. This one has a PhD in economics.
Investment analysis.
This one is a doctor in gender and waste management, and that one is the biggest giant, the innovator, the modern innovator. So
just wear the hat, I beg. You've been given the hat.
Yes. So we want to do some break. Then after that, we come with solutions to these gaps. I know all of you wanted to sit on the table. Now this is the table. The solutions. Which are the solutions to these? Some of the gaps we have been pointed. With that remarks, I say thank you for now.